tell us a little bit about this book. This is a book by James, My Words and Spirit Are Life, and some of the things that are about intelligent design and whatever. Just mention briefly something about the book.
Okay, well, basically, there's intelligent design. The word design comes from a Latin word, designare, and there are many things in design. There's, for instance, you see cellular designs of oil. You see pumps on the ground pumping oil. You have cellular pumps that do that. Cells have organelles that act like a city. But now, before I get into some artistic designs, I wanted to talk about Darwin a little bit. And he talked about things like natural selection, adaptation, and genetic traits and things like that. The way he discovered this is when he went to the Galapagos Islands. He saw speciation happen in between the islands, and he said it took millions of years. Well, I beg to differ with him a little bit. I had an adaptation happen in my house in my son's fish tank, and it happened in 6 months. I wasn't planning it, but it happened. My son bought about 8 goldfish and an algae eater and a black moor, and as you can see up in the monitor here, it'll be coming up in a minute, there's the black moor on the right, and the bubble-eyed and the goldfish on the left. In 6 months, it made a complete change. The goldfish actually put black on their fins, and here we have camouflage. Okay, they're not going to camouflage. They're going to continue the. Yeah. There's camouflage over there, and here we see again a moth copying. Okay, we see the lizard. This shows that animals were here after the plants. Here we have a design of a plant design of an owl, an apple in the owl, okay? In the face of the owl. You see that contour of the apple there? How did it get there in the face when they developed along different lines? Okay? Now here's another design. So it's a natural, it's called the fantail design on top of that bird. You see a little fantail on the, after there's the plant design of the fantail. You see the sun when it has rays, it has fantail design. Right. God reuses these artistic designs. Here's the fantail again in plants and the gold, in fish tails there. Okay, many of these designs are repeated again and again. One of my favorite, this one right here, if you turn on the left, there's the plant grabbing a hold of as the bird grabs a hold of the branch over there. They both are doing the same thing. They both have 3 toes. You'll see it coming up on the next slide there. You're going to see the 3 toes. There's the 3 toes of the plant and the 3 toes of the birds. Okay. And, now this one is the brain. You see the 2 halves of the brain. On the right, you see a walnut. And down below, you see the convolutions of the brain. Both the brain and the walnut are covered by shells. Isn't that interesting? You use the same design again? And there's many more designs in this all throughout the book. The main thing is, the spiral design. That is through all parts of creation. You've got the DNA, you've got spirals, you've got the spirals in hurricanes, and you've got the spiral in the galaxy. Every single level of creation, the spiral design is repeated. And I'm sorry, Darwin, but you didn't cover the artistic forms. You're going to have to rewrite your theory there to cover those forms.
So all of that, James, is in the book?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes.
All of that?
Yes, sir.
That is fantastic. See, what you're underscoring here is that there's a genius and a creator. My brain just is, it's certainly not as sophisticated as yours, I've got to admit. When I see creation, it tells me there's a creator. Mm-hmm. When I see art, it tells me there's an artist. When I look out and I just look at various order, it tells me that someone has put it together. And James, I tell you, I really thank God for people like you, that you're doing the study, you're really examining it and looking at it, and put it here in the book. And thank God for your underscoring this powerful truth in the Word of the Lord today.
And thank you very much for having me.
Oh, well.